Welcome everyone to D&D Blender, back home finally after the lockdown restrictions have finally been eased. I am your humble DM, Tim, and today we have the full cast of characters here. We have Indy as Mick the Mech.
Oi!
Yeah, you gotta wave in front of the camera there. We have Georgia as Nissa, Nam Nickel.
Hello!
We have Leash as Roosh.
Hi!
And we have James as Mendel.
Hello.
I'll just turn this down a little bit. In our last session, the group had just finished making their way into the second level of the Forge of Fury. Having not noticed anything overly dramatic at this point, but I will reread what it was that you last encountered, or the last place that you walked into. The descending fissure opened up abruptly into a very high cavern, its ceiling easily 40 feet or more overhead. The stairway continues to wind down along a ledge that follows the north wall of the chamber. A fast-moving stream about 5 feet wide runs across the floor of the chamber from the north and disappears under a low stone overhanging to the south. The larger passageway exits to the southeast and the northeast. What would you like to do? Oh, that seems a lot loud now.
Very loud.
So the only real sounds you're hearing at the moment is the ambient cave noises and the sound of the rushing river, as well as your own footsteps and the sounds that you are making. Mick is even louder than what Rushi is in her armor, as his armor has got all sorts of weird mechanical devices that are clicking and whirring away as he moves through the caves.
In my head, I want to sort of like look down each tunnel, starting with the left-hand one, and then sort of working my way around the room and seeing what I can see down the tunnels.
Alright, so you step over the river. It's not very wide. It's only about 5 feet wide. You can quite easily leap over without any real incidents. Both caves, as you look at them, one of them heads off about 10 feet and then makes a very sharp right turn, and the other one just heads off into darkness.
Which one was on the left side?
The one that heads off into darkness is towards the left. It appears to head off and then opens up into a much wider cavern. And the other one you can't see where it goes because of the angle turn.
Let's try this one first.
So the long one?
Yeah. The left one.
The left one.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
Well, I'll follow you guys.
Okay. I will cast light on the tip of my spear so we have something to see by, and
The light beams from the tip of your spear. What have you done with your boss head, by the way? Are you just bagging that, or are you hanging that from your belt? Because that was on your spear.
Yeah,
I
it was.
forgot about that.
The light is now shining through
The eyes of the...
Gross. Nah, I'll just pick up a rock and cast light on that and carry that.
Okay, so she's going to hold the rock. Very good. You make your way through this tunnel, and you come out into a opening. Several passages branch away from this large, high-ceiling cavern. To the north is carved a square-mouthed tunnel that shows that some work has been done in these caves. A gate of rough-hewn timber blocks a small passage to the northeast. 3 other passageways wind off towards the south. A heavy animal smell lingers in the air.
What sort of animal smell are we talking here?
Make a nature check.
I want to have a look at the carved door.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see if there's any sort of matching carve work on the floor and stuff, and see if I can work out who or what has done that.
What happened? That's sad.
Ooh, well that's a 19 on the die.
19 on the dice.
Then skills, nature, plus 23.
23. Alright. This is an animal whose smell you are unfamiliar with, but based on that very high roll, I will say it is a large creature.
Very strong,
Very
pungent odor.
A very pungent, strong scent, yes, exactly.
Something of a small variety would not be able to.
Exactly, exactly.
I might back him up and do a check myself.
Okay, sure.
Well, whatever's in here is
Yeah, I don't get any better.
smelly. And given that the stench raking from this place, I'd hazard a guess that it's decent size.
Bigger than us?
Well, I imagine.
I mean, to be fair, we're not actually that big.
I mean, like this one here, bigger than us.
Funny good Nick.
I mean, yeah, he's big, but we're not.
What about the worked doorway?
The worked doorway? As you approach, you see it is a sturdy timber gate that is latched outside, and it seals a smaller cave to the east.
Is there anything in said cave, or do I need to open the gate to see?
You can't see anything at the moment, but the smell is stronger as you approach.
I think the creatures might be behind this door.
Well, if that's the case, perhaps we don't try door number 1.
Yeah.
I tried talking to them, but they didn't go very well last time.
Yeah. What about the? Did you say a carved doorway? Stone
Yes.
Carved doorway? That's
Yeah,
the one I wanted to examine.
Oh, sorry. It just appears to be a tunnel that just seems to go on, that you can't actually see to the end of. So, but it looks very crudely carved. You wouldn't expect it to be.
It's not dwarven technology.
Not dwarven architecture, exactly.
And the 3 doorways to the south?
Just random. They seem to go off into. They seem to zigzag around each other and just go off to a point where you can't actually see.
Let's try the other tunnel and see if that one is any better. I don't like the creature smell. That tunnel doesn't seem to go anywhere useful, and those 3 are just insane. So.
I will say actually, as you approach the tunnel to the south, you hear coming from the tunnel the.
That's again.
Where did we hear that last one? I can't remember.
In the opening thing of the entire campaign, the fungus things. The clickers.
That's right. Why are they here?
It's concerning. But I mean, if we just distract them with a nice loud, oh, never mind. I think they're going to hear us anyway.
Yeah, I
I mean, it would have to be a pretty loud noise to not get them to see you guys.
That can be arranged.
Or, like we could just find them and I'll spike them.
Or we could just go the other way.
I have a feeling we might have to end up going that way anyway.
I think Mick has an idea. What's Mick's idea?
I could set a trap from the door.
That would keep them in there and not coming out, which might be helpful.
Are we looking to actually get rid of them, or are we looking to get past them?
We're just looking at the minute. We don't really know where we're going.
I mean, I could also spike the floor in front of them so we could make a loud noise and then just, get killed.
Or we could just leave this room
I'd
and
rather
check out
not
the
get
other
killed.
tunnel. And if we don't have to come back to this room, it doesn't matter.
I guess.
Because they won't be able to hear us around and around and around and around. Right?
Yeah, but we still run the risk of another tunnel branching into it.
I dare say that
Keep your voice down, Mendel.
if they're in this room or in this tunnel here, likelihood is there's going to be more. Are we just going to keep avoiding them the whole time?
Let's cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, let's go the other way and see what we can do.
My character will cast arcane lock to lock the door with the
There's no door.
the passage there.
Yes. You see Mick begin to cast a spell and he produces a magical padlock. It's like, oh. I need a door. Good effort. Good effort. I liked it.
I'm not sure.
When we find a door,
Well, there is a door if you don't want to waste the spell.
we could lock the smelly creatures.
You could lock the
inside
smelly
behind the gate.
creature pen.
I'll do that.
Alright, so realizing that there's no door in the area, he goes over and he places the arcane lock upon the creature door.
I also
There goes
wish
every version.
my character will put the silky tin, the grease on the passage.
Oh, okay. So you're going to put grease in the lower passage.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mick reaches into his belt and pulls out a can of oil and starts going, just spraying oil. So there we go. Ain't gonna get past that.
Do they need to roll a dexterity save?
Yes, they might slip.
Alright,
I like it.
let's check out the other tunnel. And hopefully we don't have to come back this way.
Okay.
So I will lead the party out of this chamber,
Mhm.
back into the big chamber,
And
and
then
down the
head down.
the sharp turn.
Yeah.
tunnel.
Very good. You pass through this tunnel. You gaze into an extremely large cave, faintly lit by natural phosphorescence. Its ceiling rises 50 feet high in places. Crystals glimmer softly in the eerie light. Weird, beautiful flows and structures of delicate stone grace the chamber. The western portion of the great cave is separated from the rest by a steep bluff. The ceiling here is half the height from the rest of the chamber. A couple of dozen large stone spulchers? Sepulchers.
Sepulchres.
What the hell is that?
Like tombs?
Yeah, I
kinda?
don't like that, yeah.
Oh, okay, fine. A couple of dozen large stone sepulchres line the cavern walls, each carved with intricate reliefs and design, and marked with dwarvish runes.
Here we go. This is what we're looking for.
It does look promising.
Can
Yes.
I check if I know dwarvish? Can I check the runes? See if I understand
Of
them?
course you can. You don't need to
Me
roll.
too.
You don't need to roll for that.
I will use my dark vision of 150 feet to see if there's any of those clicker things around.
You do not see any clicker things.
think we'd hear them before we
They-
saw them.
True, but still. Is there anything else in the cave?
1 second, let's get to where Mick was doing first. Here we go. Names on 3 of them. Boral the Old, Garnin Orc Doom, and Numik the Unlucky. Are 3 names that you are able to to make out.
Oh, guys, these runes say the unlucky.
Yeah. Nimk the Unlucky.
That doesn't sound like a promising name.
Wonder what made him so unlucky.
Dying, if I had to guess.
Well, they're all dead. He's
Yes.
the only unlucky one.
Yes, but one was old, one killed lots of orcs, and one was unlucky.
Maybe if we come across his grave, we don't touch any of his stuff.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
Is there anything other than just the stone for those?
Not that you immediately notice. Like I said, there's like a cliff area that leads into an even bigger, lower cavern that you cannot immediately see, but you see all the crystals and everything else. It looks like an interior night sky. Reminds you very much of home, actually. With the way that the roof of your home cavern was located.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, 23 of the sepulchres stand here. The lids are carved in the likenesses of grim dwarves in armour. Dwarvish runes on the front of each tomb appear to represent the names of the occupants, or the intended occupants. And the 3 additional ones are the ones that were picked up. The additional runes record the occupant's date of death and the great deeds they performed in life. Also, carved into these 3 coffins is a warning that doom awaits any who dare defile the honourable dead.
Oh, it says
Don't open the graves.
good.
You don't have to put a warning on people. Well, I suppose some people are dumb and think that they should rob the dead, but that makes sense. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 23. How many have got people interred in them and how many are empty?
You can't really tell because they're all shut.
Yeah, but like, they had dates of deaths.
Mm.
Do all of them have a date of death?
They don't always have dates of deaths, but all of them have names on them.
Right.
Or at least what appear to be names, but the runes have actually eroded away. The 3 names that you see are the only 3 that you're able to actually make out. All the others have... the runes have been damaged over time. Or just through, like, orcs messing around with them.
Well, that's disappointing. I would have hoped we could see more of the people. More of their...
You don't think the curse, or whatever it is that it's warning against, is what happened with those clicker things, do you?
No, it's more likely that it's a trap.
Well, given that the clicker things are obviously not isolated to this location, I'd say it's doubtful.
Okay. Are there any passageways out of this room?
There is, to the very far end, to the south, exploring through, you do notice a staircase heading down.
Let's try that staircase and see where it goes.
And that's the only other exit out of this room.
That is immediately apparent to you, yes.
My concern with the clickers, though, is that the last ones we encountered were goblins, and the only things that appear to have been down here recently are orcs, so...
So let's not go near even bigger clickers than last time.
But my point is, what if there's more?
Then we'll worry about that when we find them.
That doesn't seem like a sound plan.
What if there's none?
Yeah, still, we need a plan.
Be quiet.
Points at Mick.
Appropriate jingle from the ambulance at the exact same time.
I'm just saying.
If you want to put yourself on camera, and you need to be on the map. There you go.
I'm just saying. You're a little bit noisy.
And I'm not. Look, let's worry about that if we have to worry about it. I don't have any spells to help with that, so we're just gonna have to try to be quiet. And if we're not, we just have to try and protect ourselves out.
Right, well, you get to throw the loud, noisy thing as distraction then, Mick.
He is. Never mind.
It'll be alright, little one.
Who are you calling little?
The three of us?
You didn't have to point at me like that.
But you're not as little as me, because I'm the boss.
Well,
Yeah,
but
she
you're
is the boss. Yeah.
I might be the shortest, but I'm the boss.
Yeah, I've got no problem taking orders from you.
Yeah. Mick walks over and he pats you on the head. That's right, boss.
We all done here now?
Yeah, let's go down the stairs.
Because I'm happy to, sit around and do nothing, but
No, we're going down the stairs. Don't get comfy. Get off the tomb. We're going down the stairs. Down the stairs. Water.
Alright. Water. The great cavern glimmers with a faint phosphorescence. The ceiling is almost 50 feet overhead, and bright flecks of gleaming stone formations are visible in the distance. Patches of strange fungi dot the floor, including capped stalks standing taller than what you guys are. There's mushrooms sticking out of the ground that are taller than you. It says as tall as a human because you don't know what a human is.
tall as an orc.
Tall as an orc, yeah, thank you. As tall as Nick. High ledges rise 15 to 20 feet above the floor to the north, south, and west. Narrow passageways lead off to the north and south. A flight of carved stairs descend from the western ledge to a path that meanders through the center of a chamber towards a small iron door in the eastern wall. Audible throughout the entire chamber is the sign of a soft, cool breeze that rises towards the surface far above, as well as the ever-present clicking.
Nissa's going to pull out her trident glaive thing and as the glaive and poke one of the mushrooms.
I'm going to be at least 10 feet away.
Yeah, nowhere near the
I
mushroom.
was
Nowhere
going
near
to
the
have a
mushroom.
look at them and nope.
I am poking them with what is essentially a 10-foot pole.
Yeah. You poke the mushroom and your prongs go into it and come out.
If you're done poking the local
Keep your voice
fauna.
down. Now, do you believe we need a plan? There's clearly more of them in here.
I want to look at the mushrooms and phosphorescence a bit closer to see whether or not we have anything similar back where home is closer to.
So make a nature check.
So there was a passageway to the south.
16.
Okay, so run through this with you. Look at the map; it would be easy to work out. Yeah, there is a passageway to the north. There is a stairway to the south, and then there is a hewn area straight across. So to the north, south, east. He's right.
So we've come out from the west side.
You come out from the west side.
Right.
Yeah. And then you see there's another ledge, which it looks like there's a passage that leads off from the passage. So there's like two passages to the north. There's one close to you and one far away that's raised.
Hi, clicker.
That is appropriate sounds.
It was a 16 for nature.
16 for nature. You thinking back to when you saw the clicker based fungi in the what's the word I'm looking for? In the
Fallen temple.
Thank you. The sunken temple. That's the word I'm looking for. And these do not appear to be of similar type. If anything, they look like really over-exaggerated versions of like a standard red cap mushroom that you would find and consume.
Okay.
So there was a platform and then an iron door.
Correct.
Almost directly across.
Yeah, way across the other side of the place. You're looking at least 150 feet across.
And it's just open space.
Yeah, open space. There's a few stalagmites that are sticking up out of the ground and some rocks that reach the ceiling. But primarily it's just you see the phosphorescence, the mushrooms scattered all over the place, and the gems and everything glittering up above.
We can't see the clickers, can we?
No.
Can I see them since I'm 150 feet vision?
Mm-hmm. No, again, you can't see anything. You're looking around, just like, yeah. If you want, make a perception check if you're really concerned about it.
19.
19. What have we got here? So you're looking around trying to see any clickers. You don't notice any clickers. However, you do see what appears to be a small tentacle go and disappear behind a boulder on the raised ledge.
I want to look at the ceiling and see if I can see any of those weird rope things that try to attack us.
The ropers? Sure, go for it.
Tentacle up there.
Oi. Tentacle.
What do you mean, tentacle?
The tentacle just disappeared behind the rock up there.
17.
17. Looking up in the roof, and you're examining every stalactite incredibly closely, but does not appear to be any roper creatures that you can spy.
There's a tentacle that just disappeared behind that rock.
I wish to...
Which rock?
Was
There are a lot of rocks in that direction.
Mick begins to make his way towards the ledge where Nissa has pointed.
Never mind, we're
So
about to find out anyway. We're about to find out whatever it was now anyway.
Can I
But more
see it?
specifically, that one there.
You get to the ledge. It's actually raised up. You can't actually. So you get close to the rocks and you just see two large boulders, and it's sort of out of your reach. But you can make a perception check if you wish to.
Is there a path up to the ledge or not?
There is not. No.
Plus 3. 14.
14. You do not see anything. Yeah, just the boulders. Yeah, so you see Mick staring at the rocks for a while.
I suppose we should probably go make sure he doesn't get sucked up by whatever's up there.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you're the only one who's seen anything.
I just showed her.
Did you see anything?
I saw a rock.
I didn't.
I'm fairly sure there's a few rocks here.
Uh-huh.
I think I scared him away.
That would not surprise me. And yeah, I'll
So
walk around the room in not the direction that was pointed towards the tentacle.
So
going across
So
the south
the
wall.
tentacle was over here.
Yeah.
We're here. So you can either go around the north or around the south.
Yeah.
Which way do we come in from the west?
You came in from the west.
And there's only one opening, and that's on the other side of the room.
There's an opening here.
Yeah, there's
There's
an
a raised
opening.
opening
There's an
there.
opening like 10 feet. Sorry, 20 feet from where you are, like directly below you, down, which leads to another set of stairs heading down. And then the other entrances are way across the other side of the room.
Geez, your maps are terrible.
Look, I've drawn my map as he spoke, but clearly directions verbally doesn't make maps visually.
That's fine. I like it.
It's representation.
Yeah,
It's
show
not-
the audience.
All right.
Down. Beautiful. There you go.
Yeah, that works.
Well, I guess then yes, I'll go the southern route.
Are you gonna go the stairs? Or are you just gonna walk around? Like you're just gonna edge the wall
Oh, no, probably take stairs
or
down.
stairs now?
Yep.
Alright. Cool.
I'll go with him because we shouldn't be going single file anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're trying to be quiet, and in that case I'll give you some space. Nope, alright, I'm going with you.
Yeah, I'll follow too.
Alright.
I best follow.
It's a, oh, wait, come back! So Mick begins to make up the rear. You hear. As you come out the end of the staircase, you actually begin to hear the sounds of running water. And as you make your way into the opening of the next cavern, the thunderous roar of falling water fills this long, low chamber. The spray makes everything slick and wet. A fast stream rushes through the center of this cavern, emerging from beneath a crude dam of rock and mud on the western wall. The stream disappears into a dark shaft at the cavern's eastern end. A rough, winding path follows the stream towards the east. So
I am totally lost now on my map.
yeah. Let me just do this. Might be easier for you to follow. That's what you've seen so far.
That's not helpful!
Going at the middle part, or
Yeah, that's where all the mushrooms and everything are. That's the big
Okay.
chamber where you were before. You've just come out here.
on the south.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the
Right.
bit where the animal cage was.
That's not helpful.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so the stone is slick.
Yes.
So
It's like this is
obviously take things really carefully through here.
there's like a cabin next to the cabin.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
It's actually below it because the stairs go down, but it
so
is beside the main cabin.
so the pathway follows the stream down.
Correct. So the stream falls down into a deep hole,
Yeah.
and then if you look over, you see there's a set of stairs that actually spiral down. They actually so the waterfall goes over the edge into a hole, and then
Yeah.
the stairs follow the water flow down.
Okay.
Do they look like dwarven stairs or just...
They look like the same sort of stairs that you've seen everywhere else in this place.
Well, dwarves like to go down, don't they?
I guess. I still really want to check out that iron door though.
The one
Well-
with the big animal behind it?
No.
You can go back into the tentacle room and try the big iron door if you like.
Oh, that iron door.
Though I don't know how you're gonna get up to it.
Yeah, I don't know that either. Fine, we'll go down.
Alright.
Can I suggest Mick goes first? But if he slips, we're all gone.
Oh, as in, if he falls, he'll knock us all
It knocks
over.
you all off.
Sure.
Mick, you first.
Alright, so Mick begins to make his...
Mind your step, it's slippery.
As you begin to walk, make a dexterity check, please. Acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
17.
Wow, it's 14.
14, yep, you find you take a couple of steps, you're like, whoa, but you catch your footing and then you manage to make your way to the stairs without incident. Who's next?
17.
17, you're fine. You're
It's-
skipping along without incident at all.
I'm heavy enough that my feet are grounded.
Exactly. You notice that along with the water, because of the wetness, there's actually a small layer of green moss and slime that's making it even more slippery.
As expected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely slippery. Dexterity. Oh, you said
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Yeah.
That actually might be enough. No, it's not. 8.
8. All right.
Well,
You
Mick's
fall
going
pro-
first. He could catch you.
So you're behind.
Yeah, I got
Mendel.
a 15.
All right, so you're fine. Hang on. So as you're walking, you see Mendel. You fall point and you slide southward towards the stream. Alright, so give me a second here.
I am.
Yeah, so you end up falling into the water and you begin to get swept downstream. Make a strength saving throw.
Oh, that's a saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know my
Did you get my donuts? No.
I
No.
distracted. Sorry.
He's trying not to die. Just give him a second, then you can accuse him of stealing your donuts.
I'm not accusing him. I just need to know whether I need to dig through the bag for the missing 2 donuts.
Okay, so strength saving throw.
Yes.
-1,
Right.
which puts me at a 4.
Okay. Alright, so you see Mendel slip. You guys are beginning to make your way down the stairs.
Mick, quick, catch him!
The stairs are actually far away from the waterfall.
Oh, okay.
So as you begin to walk down, Mendel, you slip and you get swept down over the waterfall and you hear Mendel go, "Ah."
And as soon as I'm out of sight, I'm going to cast Featherfall on
No,
myself.
that's fine.
And I just won't say a thing. I'll just be...
Yeah, and you're all waiting for the splash, but you don't hear it.
Did you guys not just see him fall?
Huh? Wait.
Mendel just went straight down the water. Mick, why didn't you catch him?
Mental.
Mendel? Mendel?
I'm just looking. What's
He
down
just
here?
It's only a
went over the
60-foot
waterfall.
drop, you're fine.
We didn't shout for help. Why didn't you shout for help?
I don't know, but he just he was gone. I couldn't catch him.
Do I hear anything else down here apart from them yapping?
Yeah, you don't even hear that. You're hearing a shitload of water landing
Okay.
on your head. Because you're currently sitting in the pool.
Oh, well, I'll get out of the pool and
Alright, hang on.
find
Give
the
me
staircase.
1 second here, hang on.
Stone. Light.
Oh, okay. Oh, this
You
could
did
be...
it, though?
Alright, so you've landed in the
I
water.
haven't lost 2 donuts. Well, I have.
Oh crap, alright, hang on. there's a whole thing for this. It's called fast flowing water. So.
You got it.
All right. So the underground river that cuts through this level of the dungeon presents a serious hazard. Those who fall in risk being swept away by the currents. Okay, so make another strength saving throw. So basically, you've fallen slowly over the edge of the waterfall. You've drifted into the water, and as soon as you've hit the water, the spell has ended, and the water's currents picked you back up again. So now you're currently trying to grab yourself on the rocky bank. Fuck. All right.
Do you have a grappling hook or something?
Okay. So you failed that saving throw. On a failed save, or if it's too far away from the bank, it's drawn into the main current. All right, give me a second here. So I've got to work out the distance. Sorry.
In the meantime, we're slowly
walking
down
down
the staircase.
Yeah, you guys are just gingerly making your way down the stairs, discussing. Well, I don't know why you didn't call out to me. That was just ridiculous.
I would have tried to catch him if he'd called out for help.
All right, so hang
He
on.
disappeared too quickly for me to try and catch him.
All right, hang on here. So main currents. Okay, it takes no action. Is swept 60 feet downstream. So let's just we'll just take this as a. Let's everyone roll initiative here.
I was waiting for you to say that.
So
Is it underwater here?
it's not underwater. It's another river.
Okay.
But yeah, but you're still being swept down a very fast flowing river.
Okay.
That's alright.
Okay, so initiative.
Cursed dice are cursed.
Initiative, everybody, please.
Swap out a dice. 13.
13.
Ooh.
My initiatives are at disadvantage, so I actually rolled higher.
Does my wisdom modifier still counter to initiative rolls if we're not in combat?
It's not combat, no. This is just action.
Alright, so 15.
15. Cool.
It's not like it's gonna matter anyway.
And
4.
4. Awesome.
You're rolling a lot of force tonight.
Yeah, you are.
Well, that was a +2 though.
4. Alright. Yeah. This is really unfortunate. You just slip. What? It's like, ah! Over the waterfall.
Except not, because he didn't scream.
No. The thing is, like, because the waterfall, all it does is you take 10 bludgeoning damage from falling 60 feet. That's all it does to you. It's not that big of a deal. It's the rushing water that's the problem. All right.
I don't know how far down it was. So.
Yeah, I know. It's cool. It's cool. All right, so let me just work out how far these steps are that you guys are walking down.
I just want to know, so in this river that I'm in currently,
Yes.
am I like close to a wall, or is this quite a wide river? Or what?
It's not very wide. It's only about 10 feet across, but it's quick. That's the problem. So it's like a rapids. So your initial check was there's actually like a rock that leads from the main pool of water where the waterfall drops you off. And if you pass the check there, you can catch yourself on the rock and prevent being swept into the main current. Because you failed that, you're now caught in the main current.
Yep.
So, all right.
The good news is you'll get where we're going fastest.
Yeah. He's moving. All right. So how far is?
As long as he doesn't end up in the clicker room.
No, he's been taken away from the clicker room. He's fine. So
No, there's worse things.
yeah, there's worse things than clicker, like the ocean. So.
Wait, did we walk through the ocean?
Except there's no ocean, so he could just end up going straight off the cliff.
It's like,
Straight off the world.
straight off the world. It's like, hang on, there's no ocean here. What the fuck?
Lie to me.
5, 10, 15, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. Alright, okay. So it's 90 feet before coming down the stairs before you make it into the main entrance. Okay? So what's your movement speed?
25 feet. They should
25 feet.
Yeah.
Alright. So
Except Mick would be faster.
So it's gonna take you 3 rounds. So Mendel, we've got to do 3 rounds of you being swept.
How long would it take him to feather fall down?
1 round, because it's, 60 feet around, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep, 60 feet per round.
Yeah. So, we'll say 2 rounds then, because you'll hit the water and been swept, and they're walking down as you get swept away. All right. So,
If your D20 keeps failing, you can borrow one of mine.
all right. A creature in the main current
This
that
is a
takes.
player killing dice.
Mine do that all the time.
Okay. So you can spend each round to make a athletics check, which reduces the distance travelled by the amount of your walking speed, and you can move towards the bank. So if you do it, because of where you are in this round, if you make a hang on, yeah, you'll be fine. All right. So you've basically what happened. You've been swept through. A bit. You've actually gone through a tunnel,
Yep.
pushed underwater, and you've come out of another bit. Now you get to make your next check. So next check, please. Athletics.
Not a 4.
With the same dice, it's an 18.
Hey, there you go. So you come up out of the water, and you find yourself in a much smaller chamber than the one that you tumbled into. And you've managed to grab a hold of the edge, because your walking speed is enough to get you to the side. So you're good. So would you like to go to the east or the west, or don't you?
I feel like I have a preference for the west side.
Yeah,
Instead
because
of- instead of east.
literally, what's happened here is you've been swept downstream. There's like a hole in the rock. It looks like you're actually going to go into the rock, but you end up getting pulled under the water. And then as you pop up out of the water into darkness, sort of like spluttering about, you spin to flail. So which direction did you end up going? Yeah, you don't have time to see what's around
West,
you yet.
because I've had too much of east recently.
Alright.
Oh, is that what you were referring to?
All
Like,
right.
why are you giving me that look?
Okay, so you end up here. So Mendel, you find yourself on a small outcropping. It's about 10 feet wide and 15 feet long. The water flowing. It actually splits off into like a T-junction here. The water is heading to the west. So where you just crawled out of is now flowing past you to the south, and it joins into an even stronger river, which is actually heading to the east. So you're now sort of stuck within a little alcove with water on all sides and rock behind you.
You're on an
Yeah.
island.
But for the time being, you're safe. So,
That's all that's important.
all right. Well, we don't need to worry about the initiative things now. So you ladies make your way into the main chamber of this
Ladies and
place.
gentlemen.
When I say ladies, I mean lady players. And technically, Mick is androgynous.
Not gent.
Alright. I'll describe. This is what you would have. Yeah, you didn't really get much of a chance to experience this as you tumbled into it, James, but a loud waterfall spills down the northwest wall of his cavern into a deep pool. The rocky walls glisten with spray, and a weird array of colourful minerals and a strange lichen lend an unearthly beauty to this spot. A fast-moving stream runs south from the pool at the base of the fall, and a nearby passage heads in the same direction. A set of narrow stairs cut into the rock that wind up to the north, which you just came down. And 2 old wooden doors stand in the wall of dressed stone to the east.
Well, I think since he's not here, it's safe to say he went that way.
So it's going to start running and attempting to follow the river.
Yeah, we'll follow the river for now.
Okay. So you head on down and you see the water flowing into the wall, but you see a couple of feet beside that on the what's what I'm looking for? Left of that, there is a tunnel that heads in the same direction. You head into the tunnel, and emerging out from the tunnel, you see an even stronger river, and you would see them sticking out of the tunnel as you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just sitting up against the wall, like.
You're completely soaked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you took your time.
Why did you not yell out?
Didn't know I was in danger yet.
You got swept down a river in an underground
Well-
tunnel. You could have ended up anywhere.
Quite possibly, yes.
Can you catch? I'll throw you my rope.
That remains to be seen.
Yeah.
I'll try again.
Try again. Yeah, so you throw the rope a few times. Mendel eventually manages to catch it. What are you doing with the rope?
I am going to tie off my end on something
Mm-hmm.
and wrap it around myself
Mm-hmm.
and then pull him across the river.
Very good. Let's make a strength check with advantage because you've got the.
Tie it around your waist, Mendel.
Yeah, I've already done that. I'm not stupid.
Yay, yay, so you say.
15.
Yeah, easy. So you manage to water ski Mendel. Like as you're pulling him across, he gets in the river. He gets whipped around the side. And you manage to wheel him back in. As he gets whipped around, you're looking around the cavern. You notice that this long, narrow cavern is half filled with an underground river flowing at a rapid pace. A narrow ledge to the north side overlooks the river, which is where Mendel was standing. A bridge of stone spans the river, leading to a larger ledge on the south side that follows the course of the river to the east.
I would like to have a closer look at the bridge to make sure it's actually stable.
Sure. Investigation.
Are you
Then
okay? Have you like
13.
bruises or scratches or
13.
anything?
Yeah. You walk up, you ping it with
No.
your sword, your pommel of your sword, you stomp on it.
Well,
Seems
Just
very
right.
very stone and solid.
Considering you fell along
Hey,
that's
Nick.
pretty good.
can you come and bash this with something just to make sure it's stable?
With axe.
Sure. I'm making sure the bridge won't collapse if he walks over it.
I'll make an attack, Mick, if you're gonna whack the bridge.
What does the bridge look like? It's made from dwarven.
It's a dwarven stone.
It
yes.
will be fine, and I'm just gonna start walking across the bridge.
Yeah, I'm fine for you, yeah, but what about this dude?
It's a dwarven bridge.
I rolled a 3.
So Mick goes, "Ugh." Like he goes to swing and then he sees you, or he's like, "Oh!" So, pulls the punch.
It's a dwarven bridge. They are built to last for forever, and they are built to take a lot.
Still, it's probably been there for quite a while.
Yeah, it's a dwarven bridge.
Fine. If he falls in, I'm blaming you.
Sure, make sure you scream so we know we need to catch you.
Mac does not scream.
Shout. Say something about I'm getting wet, so we know we have to pull you out.
All right, so you're now across the river. What's everyone else doing?
I'm following.
Okay, Mick.
I shall walk.
So walking over the bridge. Mendel.
I'm going to walk carefully, given that the stone's probably a little wet.
Yeah, it's a little bit wet. Nowhere near as slick as the other stuff.
Nowhere near as slick as you.
Yes, you're
Pretty slick.
you're currently wetter than the bridge is. So, but you make it across the bridge without issue. On this side of the bridge, you see the water begins to it flows even further down and goes into another underground section. The tunnel keeps heading off to the east, but you take a few steps and you notice a set of stairs to the south leading up.
They're looking for the forge. Where would they have put the forge?
I mean, if it's a mountain and they're looking for a forge, wouldn't it be warmer deeper down?
Yes. I would think so.
Knowing dwarves, they tend to prefer the hot places.
The deep places. Do those stairs look dwarven made?
Mm-hmm.
Let's look up these. I wonder if these are behind the iron door?
Possible.
Let's
I
have
mean, I
a
have
look.
no idea where we are now. We kind of got a bit turned around now.
That's why I have a map.
Well, that's why I got a bit turned around now.
We did walk down a spiral.
Why? Because you
staircase,
looked at her
that's
map?
I haven't seen her map. As far as Nis is concerned, there's no map.
As you begin to make your you make your way up the stairs, and you see that there is a wooden door that, upon immediate inspection, looks like the wood has swollen due to the dampness. So it looks like it is in significant disrepair.
Can we hear anything behind it?
The sound of the river is drowning out all other noises, unfortunately.
If it is in a state of disrepair, would that mean that it's easy enough to, like...
Push through?
I was not going to say push through, but, like, push, like, some wood apart, or is it, like, rotted?
It's not rotten, it's swollen, so it's actually jammed.
Okay.
I think in this case, though, we could probably use the noise of the river to our advantage.
Say that again?
I said, I think in this case, though, we could probably use the noise of the river to our advantage if we were going to break it.
I was going to try to mend the door, but I realised...
Ting!
But then I realised I don't have the spell.
Roll your dice to see whether or not you break the door or make it even better.
That's a 9.
9? Alright, so you ting the door and the wood begins to shrink.
Ting!
Yeah.
That's 17.
Mm-hmm. Keeps going.
Ting!
One more time. Yes.
2.
2, you're all good. So you see Rouge produce this golden hammer, and she clunk, 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 and every time she hits it, the wood begins to shrink. And you see before you, after the third strike, a perfect constructed wooden door of dwarven design.
Check the hand.
Well, that
It is
seems
not
a bit
locked.
too good to be true.
Yeah, it does break things sometimes. Open the door a smidge and have a peek.
The door gives way, revealing a low chamber of dressed stone. This chamber is filled with what appears to be rotten food, barrels of salted meat gone bad, sacks of flour or grain covered in russet-coloured mould, tons of cider turned to vinegar. 2 open archways in the east wall leads to a similar room, and 2 more openings dimly visible beyond. And the floor just past the first gleams wetly.
Holy gods, what's that smell?
It's disappointment.
realise how funny that was. She's staring at us.
My ribs hurt.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, ow. You broke the DM. I am going to award you the first ever inspiration point for this campaign for that joke. So you get a free reroll you can use at any time. Or if you choose, you can give that reroll to any of the other players.
Nick does not understand.
Oh, those clickers know we're here now.
No, mate. It's I who don't understand. But anyway.
I'm crying now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a few moments to compose ourselves here.
The best one-liner. Oh my god.
What's that? Disappointment.
Is anyone else concerned about that third laugh?
The what? The what?
The third laugh.
Oh, me, right? Okay, yeah.
I feel like someone's
This is the
berating-
god. This is the god of the dwarves. Shut up! It was funny.
It's okay, Mental. It's just coming through the fourth wall.
Yeah, the fourth wall's got a bit of a crack in it. Oh. Alright, Mick, since you're the only one not riddled
of
with
laughter.
laughter, what would you like to do?
I wish to explore that passage door.
So you're gonna head in.
Yes.
So while all of the dwarves, the dwarves, or why the gnomes and the halflings are busy laughing themselves into a stupor, Mick makes his way into the chamber.
Y'all are pathetic.
You make your way through the first section of the room, and like I said before, there is not much in there. But as you approach the second set of the chamber where the floor is wet, you are noticing that it doesn't... What's the best way to describe it? Not only is the floor wet, the air appears to be wet.
Humid.
In that it looks like there's water floating in the air. It's like the ground is wet stone, but it looks like you've never seen wet earth before, or wet air before.
Do I react badly?
What are you going to do?
Probably. I'm gonna look around.
You're gonna set me off again.
Is there any doors or anything?
But it's an archway. So like so you're looking into the second room, and you can see the room. You can see the room. There's a third chamber beyond this middle chamber. The air within this chamber looks like it's damp. Like it looks like there's dampness floating in the air.
I do not like this room.
Mm-hmm.
I shall move on. I will call out for the little ones.
Okay. So you attempt to summon the little ones. They're done laughing.
Well, I don't know. They're apparently cracking themselves up some more.
We should probably follow him before he gets
What, and licks a door?
Licks the air.
I can't breathe.
Lads, let us leave the disappointing room and go.
So you're heading back
through.
out?
Yes.
Alright.
Oh, hang on,
I
hang
would
on.
like to look at the damn air.
Okay.
There's a door over here. Why don't we go through here?
Well, there's no door, there's archways.
Archways.
It's three connected chambers with archways connecting.
Why don't we go through here?
But I say the connect as you where are you at the moment is the question.
Walking into the room.
Okay, so as you approach, you see all of the other bits and pieces in the center in the second room. Again, you see that the floor looks damp, but then you sort of looking at it a bit more, and then you look up and you see the air looks damp.
Y'all got 10, 11 minutes? I said, y'all got 10 or 11 minutes.
Oh, I thought you said 10, 11. I was very confused. 10 or 11 makes far more sense. Snack time. It's time for second breakfast or dinner. I don't know what we're up to now.
You can have a second breakfast?
If we're waiting around, I think I was working on my lid.
Oh, you're gonna want to tinker?
Um,
No.
Hey,
I mean, if you
big
guys want
bustin',
it,
but I
you
don't
want to
wanna
taste
be
the
in
wet
it.
air?
I'm gonna...
So what are you doing?
I'm waving this spear with the head on top through the wet air.
Oh, okay. As soon as the head goes into the wet air, it detaches from your spear and begins to float. And then you see the edges of this thing begin to move and it flops towards you.
Oh, that's not good.
Roll initiative. Everybody.
I'm glad Mick didn't lick it.
Uh,
And you were going to sit in front of it for 10 minutes and cast Identify?
no! No, I wasn't! I was gonna sit across the room and cast Detect Magic!
Yeah. Well, that wouldn't have helped you either, because it's a gelatinous cube.
Oh, no.
But at least I could have ruled stuff out.
I'm a one.
What is a gelatinous cube classed as?
A gelatinous cube.
Probably like a...
Monster?
Yeah.
Would it be fiend?
No.
No.
No, things that like...
Demons and
Devil
devils.
demons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my turn to roll a 4.
I'll tell you in a sec. I think it's just a beast.
Alright, where are we?
Well, I'm sticking it with the pointy end.
Alright, so Roosh is there.
Technically, Mick should be left at the front.
No, he was leaving.
No, he left.
Okay.
He's actually out the door.
Oh, did he go back the way we came? Or?
Yeah. We couldn't go forward because the room was disappointing, so...
I would be, back near the door, that's fine.
Yeah, that's cool. Alright. Give me 1 second here, let me just look up the stats for the gelatinous cube and we'll get this fight on. Alrighty. You've encountered gelatinous cube. Roll for initiative. Alright, everyone, initiative, please.
Yeah, that's better. 17.
Roll initiative after we rolled initiative and keep the dice that I've got, or re-roll?
No. What if you rolled for initiative when this was going on? Yeah.
6.
6. So I was just restating. Nissa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
19.
19. Nice. Ooh, that's not bad for the cube. What'd you get, Mick?
15.
15 for Mick. Alrighty, so Nissa, you are up first. You see Roosh stick out her spear and it disappears into the wet air and then the head begins to float away and then this huge blob of transparent ooze begins to reach for her.
Do I see that?
Not yet.
We're in battle anyway. Hang on. Well, I don't know what it is, because I've never encountered one before, but I do know my spear is silvered, so I'm going to try and poke it with the glaive.
Okay, make an attack.
No, that was only a 9.
9. That hits.
Oh. It's a wall of gel, I should have seen that coming.
Yeah. They're not particularly difficult to kill.
Seven.
7 damage. So you take a swipe into it, you see your blade go into it, and you see it, a bit of the ooze flick off, and then as your blade comes out of it, you see it go. It appears to be acid burning away on it. Anything else?
I'm going to use my initial attack movement of 30 feet and go straight back.
Okay.
Not that I need it with this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just go straight back to the wall.
No worries. Mendel, you're next.
Would that count as my second attack using the movement?
No, if you wanted to use your second attack before you moved, you can.
No, I'll just move.
Okay, what can I do with ready again? Ready an action on your turn. I think I can do holding a bonus action.
What are you wanting to hold?
The attack from my turret.
Yeah, sure.
And I'll move. Oh. 5, 10 to there, and say, Roosh, you might want to step back, and I'll hold the the flamethrower until.
Well, hasn't that worn off though?
It's an hour.
Yeah, but you had a short rest
Yeah, we did.
before you came down here.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, then yes, I probably wouldn't have that.
Hmm.
Well, in that case, I'll just shoot it.
Okay.
13 plus 6. So, 19.
19, that definitely hits.
11 points of
11.
magical piercing.
Nice. Your arrow sticks into it and you sort of... You see the arrow just sort of float inside of it. Okay. Mick, you're up. You hear the sounds of battle happening behind you.
So I just turn around
Mm-hmm.
and can I rapid fire my slugger?
Yes, you've still got 2 clips left, so go for it.
Oh, well, that's 8.
That hits.
And I'll just roll for the second hit.
Do you want to roll the damage?
You roll your damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's your 2d12. Oh, there's a horse down here.
Apparently. It's actually just the boss's head inside of the gelatinous.
Yeah, the cube ate a horse and has developed that personality.
It's 1d12.
2d12.
It's 2d12.
Do you want another one?
Yeah.
If you're rapid firing, you don't get the bonus to your dex. It's just your flat dice roll. But go on.
I rolled a 10 and a 9.
Minus a 19. Cool. Next shot.
That's 14 plus an 8.
It hits. You don't get your plus. Because you're rapid firing, you don't get the plus for it.
It was a 6 and a 7.
6, 7, 13. Keep going. Are you wanting to empty the mag, or are you...
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so your 6 shots go. Next.
6.
6, that hits.
Oh.
What is the AC of a gelatinous cube?
6.
5 and a 6, so 11.
11, yeah.
15.
15
so that's a
hits,
hit. A 21.
21.
Oh, damn, 2.
2. Misses with the last shot, and then the gun... I think you got one more shot.
Oh, cool. Oh, 18.
18, that hits.
That was what was that? Oh, not much. That's a 5.
5. Alright. So, let me tally this up. 7, 10... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Thanks.
So, Mick did a grand total of 69 points of piercing damage with the shooter. The slugger, I should say, sorry. So that brings the total up to... dead.
I retrieve the head.
Yeah, so Mick just turns around and just bits of ooze just go flying off everywhere. And then you see the head just fall to the ground, covered in slime, as the ooze disintegrates.
Question. If she's right next to it when it does that, is she covered in slime too now?
Yeah. It just exploded because Mick just fired the ever-loving shit out of this thing.
Rich, you okay?
Mick wishes to reload.
Sorry?
Mick wishes to reload.
Alright, so you got that's your last clip.
Oh.
You're looking a bit damp there.
You should come taste this wet air. I hear it's pretty good.
I think I'm okay, thank you.
That's like bloody Werbin in the last session. God, that is so broken, I tell you what.
But air is bad. Let us go.
Well, the wet air is gone. So we might as well see what's down the passageway.
Yeah, it's just a slippery floor now.
Yeah, now it's just a slippery floor. Yeah.
Slippery floor with a slippery roof. She's gonna slip slide the way down. Ow.
So you go to the room. Yes, kill the cube. You go to the room beyond, and it's just more of the same, and it leads to a dead end. It looks like it was once a storage room, but has since all the supplies have since rotted away.
I wonder how many things that cube ate.
If there's anything in there. No items within the cube. So
It ate them and then was there for a while.
yes, it dissolved them all.
Alright, well let's just keep going down the stairs then.
So you head back
You're
where
right,
you can.
Mick. This is a room of disappointment.
Nick?
Mick.
Are we going down or up? Because I think we came up the stairs to get to you.
You went. Yeah, you're going back up the stairs. Yep.
Okay.
So you head. So you've got the bridge to the west, or the path continues to the east.
The path to the east.
All right. So the path continues on to the east, and you come across another set of stairs. These heading up.
I still reckon that we should be going down. Since up is back towards where we came from.
It doesn't climb up anywhere near as far as your previous.
Still, but Innes has said they're going up, which is no way.
The rock stairs climb steeply, turn north, and then descend towards the east into a cave very much like the one you just left, but smaller. A ledge along the river continues to the east on the north wall, and the rushing river separates you from a ledge on the southern side. A cave fish flops helplessly on the bank nearby.
Get it back in the water.
Okay.
We could have eaten that.
I can make you food.
I mean, I have rations, but we still could have eaten that.
No.
It's
You don't want to.
fish.
You don't want to eat the floppy, slimy things.
Have you never had fish?
No.
Cave fish are yummy.
Where is cavefish?
In the water.
Yeah, she tossed it back.
So we have a ledge.
Yes. So it's almost like the inverse of what you were seeing before, but rather than it. So you've got the river flowing through the middle. There's a small outcropping to the south, and then there is what is it? The river disappears at this point. It actually keeps flowing and then flows into another underground wall section and disappears. And then as you move, if you were to look up, the cave turns to the north.
And just keep following the path.
Okey-dokey.
You know what we should have brought with us? Chalk.
Would have been helpful, actually.
As you move along, you see a sturdy door of iron plate stands open on the north wall of the cavern. Inside, you see a short passage with 3 small iron doors set into the west wall. The first 2 are open, but the one at the end of the hall is closed.
Can I investigate the first open one?
Sure.
Yeah, I only got a 5.
5. You look inside, and this appears to be what looks like a prison. You see there's like corroded chains hanging off the walls.
Oh, this place is just lovely.
What's in the next one?
What?
The next open
Oh, sorry, I thought you were asking. Next one is identical. Rusted chains, nothing of note.
And the third one?
It is locked.
Should I?
Can anyone lockpick?
I have an axe.
How about I try this instead and pulls out the deformed fork from before?
Okay.
Or you could perhaps just let me try.
What did you answer when she asked if anyone had a look?
She didn't really give him a lot of time to do it.
I do have these tools, but
I just reacted to the axe comment.
Yeah. You have my axe, you have my fork, and my thieves' tools. Get out of the fucking way.
Well, no, I think it's more accurately whatever tools I need.
Yes.
At the time.
You can produce tools, yes.
So yes, I'm just gonna be like, ting ting ting.
Yeah.
Oh look.
Alright. So if you got your thieves' tools, make a dexterity check.
Doesn't mean I'm good with them.
Would you roll a 4?
For dexterity check, I rolled a 4. Plus 2.
Yeah. So you jam your tools into it, and it's just not giving it. It's like the lock is very rusted. It's not giving it up to you, unfortunately.
let Mick have a look.
How about we take the less loud option first?
And I'm just like,
I rolled an 18.
What are you doing though?
She's axing the lock a question.
I was gonna.
Oh, you actually got thieves' tools.
Yeah.
Oh, she's actually got.
I rolled an 18.
Mick produces thieves' tools, and with his incredibly bulky fingers, manages to daintily pick the lock.
Hang on.
You hear a click, and the door swings.
Did you guys know that they had that?
Huh?
Did you know that he had that?
Had what?
Thieves' tools.
Look, I didn't see any tools. I just saw big hands.
Yeah, Mick.
If you had those, why did you offer to axe the door?
I like to axe better.
I should have seen their answer.
You know what you mean? You like to ask questions?
Within the chamber, you see the remains of what appears to be a stocky skeleton in a suit of plate that is too corroded to be of any use.
Dang.
Tink, tink.
You can tink away if you like. So there's a dead body in there.
Do they look like dwarven height?
Yes. Very stocky, very wide.
I wish to look. I'm looking for ammo, so I wish to raid the body.
Okay, so you go digging through the body, make an investigation check.
I rolled a 17. My investigation is +4, so.
21. Wow, Mick's very inquisitive. Yeah. You see Mick, he walks in, he picks up the skeleton, he shakes the bones loose out of the armor, he picks up the armor begins to crumble, he sort of manages to locate two things fall out that are of note apart from all the bones and dust. A small silk purse falls to the ground, clink, and as being rattled around, a iron key also cling, jingles to the ground.
Mick picks both up.
Okay.
And I show the key
Well, that's one way to do it.
to my companions.
So Mick shows the key to everybody.
I wonder where that goes to. Because it wouldn't have been that door, or would it?
It might have been. But still keep it just in
If you
case.
have an orc war banging on your door and you go into hiding and you lock yourself in,
That is usually the most sound way of stopping them very quickly. But did he have anywhere to go? Or was he just in this room?
It's just this room, from what you can tell, at least anyway.
and it looks like a prison cell.
Yes, still another prison cell.
So less likely that he's saving his own hide and more like he's been imprisoned in plate mail with a key and presumably...
He is.
Well, clearly it wasn't the key to this door then if he was stuck in here
Yeah.
and died.
I have a suspicion that he may have been here voluntarily.
Why would he put himself in prison voluntarily?
I don't know. Have you seen them clickers upstairs?
Yes, but he seems a bit old.
And I have no idea how old the others are. I have yet to ask them. But I would hazard a guess that maybe this key is possibly more important than
Well,
for a simple
do
jail
you
cell.
want to try the lock with it?
let's try to luck with it and see if it fits. And that will answer that
Mick,
question.
does the key fit in the lock and turn?
Mick doesn't answer, but he turns the turns.
He tries to jam. The key is too big.
Well, that answers that then.
He
I
was
wonder
locked
if
in
that-
with the key.
Hmm?
Normally when you put someone in jail, you don't put them in with all their armor on.
Or a
That's
key
it.
for that matter.
Like, you take everything of value off of them before you put them
Typically.
in. That doesn't make sense to me.
Unless the dwarves who are really stupid, which I doubt. I mean, they built this place. Did I just trigger something?
What happened?
I'm just watching her face when I said that.
No, I completely missed it. So,
He built this city on rock! again.
Rock and roll.
I don't know if on rock is in rock, but then where's the roll bit? The roll's a disappointment, so that's what it is. I just killed my husband. So I was thinking, breakfast was a really, really, really long time ago.
Was it?
We've been walking for ages.
That's
Yeah.
something
I'd
we
say
should
we've
have
been
a
walking
sense
for
isn't
about
it,
10
if we've been
minutes.
underground our whole lives.
Sorry.
I said that is probably something we would have a sense for. If we were
Yeah,
underground our whole
yeah,
lives.
yeah, exactly. You can tell time without the use of the sun. Although you are used to seeing the sun with the lighthouse, but it isn't necessarily something that you.
I mean, I could eat.
Well, I'm thinking we haven't really come across a place that we can barricade ourselves into nicely to be safe. That's big enough for us all to sit in. This seems like a good spot that doesn't smell.
True. And I haven't heard those clickers for a little while.
Yeah.
The clicky sound.
I noticed that right as I said it. So
And there's a really loud water outside, so they're not going to hear us
That's true.
while we rest. Mind you, we won't hear them either, but that's besides the point.
Okay. Nissa sits herself down, pulls out some rations and a fork that appears to be encrusted with jewels and starts eating with it.
Very good.
Well, I was going to suggest that perhaps we have a sleep here. Because we don't know when we're going to come across another place that's safe to sort of set up camp.
Okay.
Any objections?
I'll put an alarm on the doorways for resting.
That's a great idea.
Mick goes to the entrance where you guys walked in and pulls a bit of string out of his magical backpack and places it across the entrance and casts alarm.
Are you able to maybe lock that door as well, like you did with the other door?
Oh, there's no door there.
Ah.
Or is there a door
I
there?
thought you said there was
Oh, there is a door there. My apologies.
an open door with
There
three
is a
doors
door.
behind it.
I am sorry. I apologize.
Yes.
Because that would also protect us too.
So you shut the door and do the arcane lock thing, or okay?
We are locked in for naps, people.
All right.
Nissa finishes eating and puts away the slightly uncomfortable looking fork.
Alrighty. So
She's
you
not
guys.
answering my messages.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. So you might want to reiterate. So we at this stage, the party has had their long rest. During the long rest, Roosh has attempted to send 2 messages to
nagging Breyer. Like
to
there is
Breya
no tomorrow.
that has had no response. If you wish to read them out, you can. But
Sure. We are in the fortress of Kundakar. We are looking for you and the Forge of Fury. Where are you? Are you safe?
no response. The message was received, but there was no response.
It's Roosh. I'm part of the Watch Adventurers you appointed. You can answer these messages non-verbally if necessary. I'm starting to think you're hiding something. Message received.
Received, but no response.
I think she's up to no good.
I'm gonna laugh if she turns out to be a clicker.
Yeah, she responds.
I mean, now that you say that, that would make a lot of sense.
What if she was a clacker?
She just responds back to you.
She's definitely hiding something.
She
I wouldn't have thought she'd be dumb enough to run into those fungal creatures, though.
oh, so it's practically you're just more for features.
Mick provided Roosh with his last box of ammunition, or his last magazine, and Roosh was able to
Duplicate.
duplicate with her divine
Yes.
Channel Divinity.
Channel Divinity.
Channel Divinity, thank you very much.
Forge Cleric, Channel Divinity.
If you want to do a tinker check on your... Do that if you want to do... Yeah. Mick, during the long rest, is going to tinker with his power core.
I'd keep one of those in reserve. I'd keep one of those ammo packs in reserve,
When did I get through?
so you can keep making more.
Well, if I'd thought about
Dad?
it before,
E10
I would have grabbed more than what I
Hang on,
had,
Mitch.
but
You're doing so.
the problem was,
Yeah.
I wasn't
It should
expecting
be
to come
a...
across an orc with no guns.
Yeah.
That's why I
That's-
brought the slugger for me to play with.
Yeah, do it with your...
I was gonna shoot them.
I'd still.
Your
I'd
dexterity.
still suggest keeping
Actually, no, do-
one,
do
so that
your-
you've always got one you can duplicate.
Intelligence, actually.
I got good intelligence.
My
Intelligence.
I don't know that I need one to duplicate. Like I've
13?
duplicated one
Alright.
now.
So you make some progress. You realise that you made it a little bit too well in the larger size, but you think, given a few more hours working on it,
Yeah,
you'll be able
so
to
I can
readjust
craft
it so it'll fit
I
yourself.
don't need to have it to duplicate it. I can use my Channel Divinity to conduct an hour-long ritual that crafts a non-magical item that must include some metal. The thing I create can be something that's worth no more than 100 gold. So I don't need to have an ammunition round in order to craft it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And mix still, but if you may need the ammo boxes, possibly, because you can craft the ammunition. You just need the magazines.
Don't throw the
Don't throw the
magazines
ammo.
out.
Don't throw the magazines away. Mandel, did you wish to do anything during the sleep?
No.
Alright. And Nissa, anything you wish to do in your downtime? No? Alright. So you guys settled in your secured prison cell area for a long rest, and that will be where we will leave it off for this session. Thank you all for coming. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves, even without the Room of Disappointment. And
I think the Room of Disappointment really wasn't that disappointing.
it wasn't that disappointing, no. That was probably the most exciting part of the game so far. And we will see you all on the next D&D Blender.